Hello, friends. How are you doing today? I hope you all are doing so well. Very first thing I want to do is make sure that if there is anybody here or even in the replay, I would be very happy to know if my audio and my video are behaving. I've noticed from the last few recordings that it has seemed to have jumped, and I have made sure to double check all of the technicalities beforehand, but I'm just curious to see if it is still problematic in the streaming because I would like to make good recordings. So if you can let me know about that, I'd be very happy and grateful. And wow, welcome everybody. Welcome to this light language reading. It has been quite a week. I actually have spent the week, or more than a week, almost two, with COVID, and it has been a really big initiation, a big adventure. A lot of things are illuminating, and as I'm sure you've felt, are being released and cleansed from my system in very unexpected ways. Um, and today I feel very particularly hopeful. I feel very, for myself and for this collective reading, I feel we are more intimately aware of our powers than we've ever been before at this point today, right now. And that is that we are also able to engage with and through them in a more practical and wise and um, informed way. And I'm curious to see what will come in the reading because of that. So also, of course, the very last practicality before I dive in. If you are here with me live or in the replay, I very much invite you to say hello. You are very welcome to share a few words about how you're doing. I would love to have a very participatory uh, reading with you all. And this is ultimately a conversation. I'm just speaking a lot, but this is a conversation. and uh, and yeah, it'll be good to know as well for our collective wisdom. So as I do every week, as I will continue to do, I warmly invite you to say hello and share a few words about how you're reading, and as well at the end how you resonate with this reading or if anything jumps out. That said, I think we're going to take a few breaths and settle into our spaces before diving into the reading. So um, I invite you to get into a comfortable position, whether seated or lying down, propped against a tree. I invite you to settle into your space and just start taking some deep breaths in a very loving and aware way, without forcing anything. If it feels good for you to do so, I invite you to close your eyes. And be really attentive. And also today I feel called to say, be attentive of your head, of your neck, of your third eye. I feel called to say, getting some support even for your head. And again, wherever you are, whatever that means, you'll feel what's right for you. But I invite you to especially nurture your head right now and just really give it a rest. Create a very intentional space for you and your whole body and your system to rest, but especially your mind. Especially your attentive perception of your life. Allow your body and your heart to hold you. And continue to take some really loving, deep breaths. If it feels good, breathing in through your nose and breathing out through the mouth. And today also, as you breathe, feeling the breath root your body down into the earth. I'm getting the image of like a fungi, actually. Breathing and your cells and your energy flow down into the earth, expanding into a nourishing system. Really letting it carry the weight of everything in your life right now. Allowing all the energy, all the thoughts, all the emotions to move down from your head, from your mind, through the crown, the higher heavens, all the energy to move down with your breath through your body. And into the earth and expand and flow. As it feels good, inhaling in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. Really defining the circuit and the movement of your energy for yourself. Allowing your roots to get deep, to go down. But also going out, extending to the sides, 160 degrees around you. With every breath, continuing to build this world of your network, of your energy, in a really tremendous partnership with the earth. And continuing to as well allow the movement from your head, from your third eye, from your brain, from your mind, and as well all that you receive from the universe to your crown, bringing all of it down, using your breath to wash it through your body. Sharing it and then out through the bottom of your feet, grounding it into the even with the earth feeling expansive and strong, secure and creative. Breathing and feeling yourself relate to the physicality of this world and this life with intention, with clarity, with as well a certain kind of precision. And then when you're ready, keeping your roots right where they are, continuing to expand and tunnel through the earth and create works and complexities in collaboration with the earth, gently drawing your conscious awareness back to this space, back to your body. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Beautiful. Thank you. So, yes, I feel the energy today is very brown and earthy, getting strong mushroom vibes actually, that kind of flavor too. And what's coming next? So, we're going to move into the light language reading just to briefly explain what's going on for those who may not have been here before. This is my weekly light language reading, and instead of oracle cards or tarot or other more commonly known divination tools, I am using the incredible teachings of the curanderos lineage in Mexico, light language, one of them, light language, and to paint a picture of the movement of the energy for the week and insights in how to navigate that for ourselves. And light language is made up of shapes and colors combined in intentional and quantum ways. And here in this reading, I choose one shape and one color. And we'll play with that energy, with that containment and that frequency for the rest of the reading. So now I'm going to actually choose the shape and the color. I have all my materials down, which is why I'm usually looking down. And so we're going to actually choose the shape and color now. So there's nothing special or particular that is needed from you right now. But if you wish, being with your heart, being with any intentions that you might have for your week, for your life at this time, even for this reading, You don't need something particular or fancy, but just being aware of what's alive in you right now. Hmm. See? Hmm. Let's see. Hmm. Beautiful. So, this week, the color that we chose is a color called snow, which is not white, it's snow. It's different. And the nickname for this is now, like the now color. And the the shape that we chose this week is a shape called light police. And that's very interesting. So I like to observe the relationship between the breathing that we do in the beginning of these readings and the insights that I start to get when we choose the shape. And sometimes I can just see the connection, but this occasion, um, it was it was particularly preparatory, and I will explain in just a minute. So we started this video, this live, taking all the energy, or this was the intention, taking all of the energy that we receive cosmically through our crown, all the energy that we perceive, but as well the different layers of what makes us human in this lifetime, our thoughts, our emotions, and even physical experience of our body, and taking it and grounding it into the earth. Um, this time, however, I didn't feel it in a more traditional way, at least for my experiences, which is sort of into the heart of the earth with with uh, with a straight line or a more precise, clear, singular channel. Let's say, not a straight line. Um, but instead of that, I felt that we needed to spread the energy out in many different ways, in many different directions, and really plant ourselves and spin the earth down, yes, to have clarity and stability and an intimate connection with the earth, but also to expand out and sort of distribute ourselves and start to establish in the earth our presence in increasingly wider reach. And what I feel from the combination of this shape and color, that's sort of part one of the work, this motion I just described that we did in the breathing. And part two this week, sort of the big picture movement, is about doing more of the same and also working mm, with our physical presence, um, in a deeply embodied way, like working with our physical presence together in partnership with this network that we've laid into the earth. I sort of have this image of our own ley lines coming from the source of ourselves. You know, there are many lines and connections throughout the earth itself, um, but we also have, each of us, our own network in it physically, and we're starting to build that for ourselves more and more now. And I sort of had this image of mm, like an electrical rail for like an electric train. So you lay the foundation of that track, and then the train is guided over top of it. And everywhere this rail is laid, move. And I sort of had this image of us laying our lines everywhere so that we can move through the earth, guided by them. And all of that is to say, it's very intentional. We are moving with a greater level of awareness, of self-awareness, and awareness of position in the earth. We are moving with more self-responsibility, owning the extent of our light and owning, I don't know if you could hear that, that was my stomach rumbling. Um, owning owning the extent and the areas to which we move, as in adding more and more track, let's say, wherever we can, and moving with integrity. Integrity that are engaging with life within the fullest capacity of our lives, that we move in alignment and integrity mm, with the big picture moves that we can feel, aka following this track that we lay. Mm. Redefining the relationship between our mind and our body right here, right now, with a high degree of mastery and a high degree of precision. So, this light police shape, it's all about basically what I was describing, moving with integrity and intention. It's a shape that helps support that. Um, it maximizes the capacity of your light, let's say, so that you can be presented with as clear a choice to live in your highest embodiment of yourself. And, and this color is really about the relationship between, which is absolutely related to moving and embodying mastery, moving with and embodying mastery. Um, yeah, I feel the guidance is, as I said, this week. It's somehow, and I don't know how to yet. It's unclear. If I have something about that, I will share with you. um, but this week is about really establishing. I keep wanting to say presence. Establishing the fullness of our presence, including and especially, I think, in this case, our physical presence in life, literally where we show up to and who we want to interact with and how and where, and establishing all of that in a really grounded and committed way. And in this case, we can and we should use the earth as an ally to support our establishment of our higher embodiment and to take more and more steps this week into getting into closer proximity with mm, with our fullest potential. I keep using words like fullest potential, and I know that might be very abstract and sort of buzzwordy, but I literally, like, I'm full right now of this energy personally and through this reading of really sensing that the things that we are capable of, the direction we are going in, the vision that we hold for our greatest actual earth in this lifetime, we are closer and more conscious of this than ever before. And I started the reading saying this in a very real way. And I think you know what I'm talking about for those who are here and resonating with it. So I say words like highest potential, but I say that also with the assumption that everyone hearing this has some degree or another of awareness of what that really means practically in their life. And therefore, with kind of a proximity to this practicality and just clarity, you start to move. You start to move from the heart. You start to physically do these things. You, even as the mind says what it does, and it's physical presence. It's through actually experiencing yourself that aligns you with what's true and real right now, that aligns you in the present. That expands the channel with divine presence and consciousness. That really makes the big picture clear. It's a very, I keep using buzzwords because my mind has no other way to say it, but it's a very high level reading today. It's a bit more abstract. But it's actually not so abstract for those of us who are committed to our process right now, who have done the work these last weeks, especially with the last two eclipses, and released a lot of the stories, released or loosened at least the grip of the mind on your perception of your life and this reality in this world. And generally, things are really clear in different ways, but consciously in different ways. And for this, then, I keep going back to the train analogy, um, the electric rail. In order to build these displays, we need to be reasonably aware engineers who know the implications of that relationship between rail and train car and train, and who understand the big picture of why they would want to do that. And I was going to say, it's not like the workers who may be building the tracks, but even they who aren't necessarily holding the big picture have even a baseline understanding of 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 why they're building the track, why that's important, and what that means, even if it's not in as sophisticated language as an engineer. An electric rail train is coming. So already at this point, we need a certain amount of clarity. And so I think that means I will trust. It means even in the way that I delivered this message today, we are able to have this conversation right now. Yeah, it's really about mostly it feels like embodying our light work, embodying our capabilities as energetic beings in a much headier way, in a much more elevated and sophisticatedly graceful way than I've ever than I've before. Yeah. With that, I think I will leave it. Would love to hear how this resonates for you if you have questions or other insights. Love to hear how your week goes. Of course, as always, feel free to comment here as the week goes on if there's anything that comes to mind to share. And with that, I send you so much love, beautiful friends. Wishing you a beautiful week, a powerful, heady, but clear, exciting, and creative week. And I will See you next Tuesday. Bye for now.